my answer. Now, if you want to check yourself, or if you're going to go through your answer choices on the test, you can type this in the calculator, 28x squared minus 17x minus 3. And you should see that it is the exact same graph as the one before. All right, so I'm going to let you do these next 4 on your own, but they're the same thing. You distribute, and you can always guess or use your calculator to check your answers. So on the test, with the test being multiple choice, I would highly recommend utilizing this calculator option. All right. Now down here when it says factor. All right. So there are also some good calculator tricks for factoring. Now let's factor it by hand like we did before. All right, so I'm going to do my x. I'm going to put negative 48 at the top. Because it's negative, I'm thinking subtract to get 2. So I'm going to go into my calculator and I'm going to go to y equals, and I'm going to type 48 divided by x. I'm going to go to the table. So I'm looking for the pair that's going to subtract to give me 2, which is 6 and 8. So I have 6 and I have 8. Now, because you're subtracting, the signs are going to be different. So do I want 6 minus 8 or 8 minus 6? Well, since I'm looking for a positive 2, I want 8 minus 6. So that means that the 6 is negative, the 8 is positive. And so I'm going to factor this, and I'm going to write x plus 8, x minus 6. All right, so there's 2 things I'm going to show you with the calculator with factors. The first, it works the same way as the ones before. If you type in x squared plus 2x minus 48, you type your original problem in, and you type your factored form, and you hit graph. There's the first graph. There's the second graph. It will cover it up. All right, it will give you the exact same thing. Another thing, all right, so if you type in your original problem and hit graph, you should notice that you are crossing the x-axis at similar points. So we're crossing the x-axis at positive 6 and negative 8. So the only difference here is that your signs are different. So you can also look at where it crosses the x-axis. And another thing you can do is if you graph your factors individually, they will cross at the intercepts. So it's a way that you can kind of check your answers. All right, so let's do another one. All right, so I'm going to do X method here. I'm going to put negative 110 on top. Because it's negative, I'm thinking subtract. And I'm going to put negative 1 on the bottom. All right, so I'm going to go to my calculator. To come up with my factors, I'm going to type 110 divided by X and go to the table. So I'm looking for the factors that are going to subtract to give me 1, which are 10 and 11. All right, so I'm going to put 10 and 11. So because you're subtracting, your signs are different. So do I want 10 minus 11 or 11 minus 10 to make a negative 1? Well, I want 10 minus 11. So positive 10, negative 11. So x plus 10, x minus 11. All right, so to check with the calculator, a couple things that I would recommend you do is first type in your original guy, x squared minus x minus 110. Type in your factored form, x plus 10 and x minus 11. It should be the exact same graph. There's my first graph. There's my second graph. They should be the exact same thing. Another thing is if you type them in individually, x plus 10 and x minus 11. If you type them in individually, your lines will cross at those x-intercepts. So those are some ways that you can check with the calculator.